All
Jill?
right.
Jill, I'm trying to
Yeah,
make a doctor's appointment, so I'll just put myself on mute.
sounds great.
But that's why I'm gonna be, you'll see me on the phone.
Okay, no worries.
Thanks.
No worries. Can everyone see me okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect. All right. Well, welcome everybody. Happy Tuesday post Thanksgiving dinner.
Yes.
Hopefully everyone got a little bit of dinner over the weekend. I sure did. I think I'm going to be full for another 3 days, so that's perfect.
Yeah, I'm just working on leftovers.
Does anyone else go and get discounted turkey and cranberry sauce afterwards? Because that's the key.
Yeah.
Now's the time to go get your turkey.
There's no turkey here.
Oh, okay.
Got lots of wild ones outside.
There you go. Stuffing is discounted as well. Stovetop stuffing. And that makes a great kind of shepherd's pie crust if you want to make a Thanksgiving pot pie or shepherd's pie. You put the stuffing right on top. Little trick for you all. All right, we're gonna get started. Make sure you have some sort of a weight, dumbbell, soup can, water bottle, whatever you want to use, as well as a stretchy band. Okay. Clear space to exercise in, sturdy chair, bare feet, or good solid shoes. So no slippers, slippery socks, things like that. Okay. For those of you that were here last week, do you remember what our key focus was on Thursday?
Oh, we missed it.
It had to do with tightening up we did the glutes. We did all the glute work on Thursday. So today we're going to focus on the core. So quick attention is if you put a hand right where everyone feels where their rib cage is, rib cage and hips, tightening the core, we're going to think about keeping those 2 points stacked. So not bending forward where those 2 points come together and not arching where those 2 points pull away from each other. It's all about keeping them stacked over top of one another today. So rib cage and hips stacked. Okay, so find that stacked position and we're going to get into our breathing pattern. So go ahead. If you want to keep a hand on your belly, if you want to keep your hands like this, whatever's best for you. So deep breath in. And then out through pursed lips. Good. In. And out. Breathe in. Think about the rib cage expanding out to the side, maintaining that stacked position. And out. Again, in. And out. Once more, just like this. Breath in. And out. Remember to maintain that breathing pattern and our stacked position. And we're just going to start pushing our arms out and pulling them back in. So you can push out as you breathe out and breathe in as you pull your hands back in. Okay, so breathe out, push out, breathe in, pull in. Just again, think about that stacked position the whole time. If you want to think about your belly button tightening up a little bit, you can. Breathe in, pull your hands in, breathe out, push your hands out. So we're just warming up here, getting used to our breathing pattern while maintaining that stacked position and starting to get a little bit of movement going as well. Good. Breathe in, put your hands in. Breathe out, push your hands out. One more. Breathe in, pull your hands in. Breathe out, push your hands up. Good. Now we're going to keep our hands together, either here, or if you need to shorten it up, you can just place your fingertips by your ears. But we're going to pull open one arm And you can even turn your head and look back at that hand if that's helpful for you. So breathe in as you open up that arm and then breathe out to bring it back. And we are going to alternate arms. This side, I might be a little bit more limited, so I might need to just bend my elbow. I have a wall here. So breathe in as you open up that arm. Breathe out as you bring that arm back forward. So breathe in, open up the arm. Breathe out as you bring the hand back forwards. Breathe in, open up. Breathe out, come back forwards. Breathe in, open up. Breathe out, come back forwards. Good. So making sure you're going at your own pace, you're listening to your body. Nothing should feel like it is straining. A little bit of a stretch through either the front of your chest or in your back is good here. Good. Last one. Breathe in and out. Okay, roll those shoulders back. That's really good for opening up your upper back and rib cage, enabling some better posture and some better breathing. Okay, so now what's going to happen is I'm going to get you to lift one arm up and the opposite knee. Now remember, as we lift one knee up, the other leg is pushing down into the ground. And we're timing this to our breathing. So if you bring your arm back down, we're going to breathe out as we lift. Breathe in to bring it back down. Breathe out and lift. Breathe in and lower. 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 Remember, the non-lifting leg pushes into the ground. Breathe out and lift. Breathe in and lower. Breathe out and lift. Breathe out in and lower. Last one. Breathe out and lift. Breathe out and lower. Good. Excellent. Okay, so now what I'm going to ask you to do is, again, find that stacked position. So ribs and hips stacked over top of one another. Think about tightening through your belly button. And all we're going to do is we're going to just kind of rock back and forth in our chair. Now, there's two ways to do this. There's more of a swaying. And this swaying, my bum isn't leaving the chair, and I'm actually losing that stacked position. I want you to think about shoulders down to hips being a plank, a board. So you're actually rocking from your hips, and you should feel some more tightening through the belly, maybe through the glutes to accomplish this. You can kind of lift up one heel at a time. And if you are choosing to do this standing, it's the same thing. Think about tightening through here, and you're kind of just rocking foot to foot. Can everyone feel the difference there?
Mhm. Yes.
Yeah, see, good. Some verbal feedback. I saw some people lifting a thumb. Maybe some people not too sure. Good. So think about we're just kind of rocking foot to foot. Feel that tightening across your abdomen, because this is much different than just this is swaying where you see my hips not moving, but my shoulders are. But we want to keep everything stacked. So tighten up, stacked rocking. Good. That looks much, much better. Now, as we're doing this, because we're going to keep doing this just for a couple seconds, I'd like you to take a deep breath in without losing that integrity through your torso. So that breath in and out. Breath in and out. Breathe in and out. Once more, breathe in and out. And rest. Good. Okay, so that's a really nice one to practice on your own at any time, seated or standing. Just that bit of rocking, activate that core. Okay, so now what we're going to do, still thinking about that stack position, I'm going to get you marching. And that march can look like whatever is intense for you today. Remember, some ways to modify intensity are less limbs moving. So if lifting arm and leg is too much for your body today, maybe we're lifting just through the arms. Maybe you're lifting up your heel and swinging your arms, seated or standing. Okay, and we're going to go for 3 minutes, maintaining our breathing pattern, maintaining the stack position. So I don't want to see the rocking. I'm going to keep stacked here. We're going to start in 3, 2, 1, go. So think about we're seated or standing up tall, feeling that stacked position through your abdomen. You're maintaining your breathing, maintaining that tightness around your belly button. And the goal is just to keep moving for 3 minutes, whatever that looks like to you. Make it challenging but doable. 3 minutes is a long time. So you should be able to say a sentence, right? Not so out of breath that you can't say a full sentence. But you should be working hard enough that you wouldn't be able to start singing or yelling. Yeah, so we're staying stacked through the torso, belly button is tight, and we're gonna keep moving. It's been 1 minute, so we're a third of the way through. That should either delight or worry you. Yeah, well done, everybody. Is everyone keeping up some tension through their belly button and still being able to maintain breathing? Thumbs up, thumbs down, head nod, head shake. There we go. So whatever that movement looks like to you. Again, it can be something as simple as just the arms are moving. Okay, you are in charge of your intensity. Okay, we're just about at the 2 minute mark, so you passed the halfway point. Well done, everybody. Maintain that breathing. That is 2 minutes, 1 more minute remaining if you can. Keep moving as best you can. Tighten through the belly. Maintain your breathing pattern, making sure we're exhaling through pursed lips. Excellent. Well done, everybody. And we've got about 20 more seconds. And it seems like we have a bit of an echo. If anyone else is able to hear that as well. Try to figure out where it's coming from. And we've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! So remember that recovery position is on the hands or forearms, just over top of your thighs. Chest is up. And we're slowing down the breathing pattern. Excellent. Brilliant. And so we'll have a little bit longer of a rest here, making sure you regain your breathing. And just a reminder, that endurance challenge, that's an easy way to track it on your own outside of class as well. And you'll remember that if you were exercising with me in the springtime as well. That kind of 3 minutes. Think to yourself, what was I doing? And am I able to make that? Was I able to go the whole time? Can you practice going the whole time? And as you get better at it, can you start increasing the intensity and still go on that amount of time? Maybe you can go another minute. Okay. In a couple weeks from now. Steadily working at it. Good. Okay. So focus on catching your breath. We are going to get into some more strength-based movements now. Very, very exciting. We're still working with that stacked position. Is there any questions on that stacked position? Tightening through the core. Your core is not just your abdominal muscles. Your core is that tube of muscles around the spine to keep you sturdy. Okay. All right. Okay, let's get into a sit to stand with or without a weight, but we're going to maintain that stacked position the whole time. So if you need to lean forward slightly, great. I don't want you arching your back to do it. I want you to keep that stacked position. So we're going to think about that stacked position. We're going to tighten through the belly to slowly stand up. And then again, tighten through the belly, stacked position as we slowly sit back down. And if you're doing your seated squats, I want you to focus on tightening through the belly button as you push down through your feet, and then you relax and take the pressure off. Good? All right, off we go. You're either pushing through your feet as you tighten through your belly button, or you're tightening your belly button to slowly stand up out of your seat, and then tighten through your belly button to slowly sit back down in your seat. Good. So tighten through the belly button. And if you're not too sure if you're feeling your core or not, that is where I would recommend a weight. Having the weight out front automatically helps your core activate. Your body's got to be feeling up to that today. And if you are holding a weight, I'd encourage you to think about trying to squish the weight between your hands. That can help you activate, get more of that core activation there. Good. So tighten through the belly button to push through your feet, and then slowly back down, and slowly push through, stand up. Should feel like someone is trying to push you over and you're resisting it. So you're resisting anybody pushing you. If we were in a live class, this is where I love to go around and just gently nudge people and test their balance and have a bit of a laugh in a nice way. Good, let's do 2 more, gang. That's looking really, really good and solid. Well done. And last one, I'm seeing much less plopping this week as well. As we're getting down to the chair, that's excellent, and rest there. Brilliant. Okay. Give yourself a little pat on the back. And then whatever you are using for a weight, we are still going to use it. And if you didn't have one for the sit to stands, then you need one now. And all that's going to happen is we're going to be holding our weight. We're going to be thinking about that stacked position, and we're going to press the weight up overhead, hold it there, and then we're going to lift 1, 2, and slowly lower down. Ready? Lift up. Step 1, 2, lower down. So the key here, guys, is as we push that weight up, and as we lift one leg and then the other, can we keep our bodies completely still? Pretend you're balancing a water glass on your head and you don't want it to tip over. And you accomplish that by tightening through your belly. So press the weight up, stacked here. 1, 2, and down. And up. Step 1, 2, and down. And press up. 1, 2, and down. And press up. 1, 2, and down. Press up. 1, 2, and down. Press up. 1, 2, and down. Good. 2 more here. Tighten through the belly button. Press. 1, 2, down. And last one. Press. 1, 2, down. Switch hands. Well done, team. Ready, press. And 1, 2, down. Press. 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 1, 2, down. Good work, team. Press up. That belly should be tight. 1, 2, down. Up. 1, 2, down. Press. 1, 2, down. And 2 more. Press. 1, 2, down. And last one up. 1, 2, down. Rest. Whew. Well done, team. That's super fun. Hard work, but worth it. Okay. So again, that recovery position, bent over the thighs, chest stays up. Okay. You guys are doing wonderful. Make sure you catch your breath while I show us the next one. So again, we talk about the core. Strong core means you're able to withstand external forces. So the weight pulling you to the side, being up tall. Okay, so the next piece we're going to work on is we're going to slowly move the weight in a paddling movement. So we're going to start kind of at the shoulder, paddle down to the hip. And the goal is to stay very strong through your core. If you feel like your shoulders are working hard, that means you're not tightened through your core enough. Okay, and if you are choosing to stand, what I would encourage you to do is instead of being up tall, I'd like you to bend your knees slightly. So you go from shoulder down to hip, and notice there's no rotation happening. Everything stays still, just the weight moves. Okay, if you're sitting and want to make it harder, you lift up and hold a leg. Okay, ready, tighten your core. One weight in 2 hands. Start the shoulder and paddle down and up. 1, down and up. 2, stay strong through that core, no rotation. This is 3, 4, 5, 6, tighten through that core. 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now we're going to go to the other side. Start up on the shoulder, down and up. Tighten through that core. 1, down and up. 2, down and up. 3, down and up. 4, down and up. 5, down and up. 6, down and up. 7, down and up. 8, down and up. 9, down and up. 10. Good. All right. Was everyone able to feel their core working hard? Yeah, nice. Okay. There we go. So a couple head nods. So we will need the weight quite soon. If you want to keep using it actually for our fourth exercise in this series, you can. It'll just be at your chest, or you can put it to the side. Now, we want to now maintain this stack position as we lean back in our chair, and just to the point where you feel your core tighten. Okay, so we're just slowly leaning back just until our core tightens up, pause, and then we pull ourselves back forwards. Okay, so gently rock back, just to where you feel it. Hold, pull yourself back forwards. Good, rock back, pause, and up. Rock back, pause, and back up. Rock back, pause, back up, and you should feel again that core right around your belly button. Tighten up as you rock back, hold, and pull yourself up through your belly button. Good. Let's do 5 more. So this is 5. Good. 4. Your head should stay level. It shouldn't be reaching back. Good. 3. Good. Back up. Pull through that belly button. 2. And last one. 1. And rest. Woo! So fun, everybody. Grab a sip of water. Some of you may need a minute's rest. Some of you may need to just keep up some light movement. Maybe you want to march, step. Okay, and that will help you regain your breath. At this point in the class, before we repeat those, are there any questions? Or did any of the exercises not feel right for you and your body?
Felt good.
Felt good. Awesome. I see someone has their hand up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
hi.
Yeah.
Hi. Sorry. What was that? It cut out.
Sorry, what was that? It cut out.
Okay, I'm not sure if I'm the one.
Okay, I'm not sure if I'm the one.
Oh, I'm getting a feedback.
I'm getting a feedback.
Me too. And I'm not sure.
Me too. And I'm not sure.
Do you use a Bluetooth speaker?
Do you use a Bluetooth speaker?
I think so.
Okay.
It's never happened before, but
Never happened before, but
that's okay.
It might not be on your end. It could be on someone else's
It
end.
could be on someone else's end.
Oh boy, this will be an interesting rest of the class.
This will be an interesting rest of the class.
Let's if I turn off, it'll continue.
Turn off, it'll continue.
Then we know it's not you.
Then we know it's not you.
It's not you.
It's not you.
Oh, I was using one of these little things to hold the iPad up, but I don't think it's that because I can hear the echo still.
I can hear the echo still.
I was the
Yeah,
last.
I'm not sure.
I was
I'm not sure.
the last one to join. So could it be me? Because did you have an echo before I joined in?
I think we did.
Never
It
mind.
seems good. It seems good now, which is great. It's one of those things. Sometimes that happens over virtual class. Sometimes it's a few different things. I know sometimes if someone uses a Bluetooth speaker, the microphone tends to pick up the speaker noise and the audio off the computer. It's a confusing thing. Sometimes if you're using a tablet, if the microphone is turned up too high, it also picks up the audio twice, if that makes sense. Those are kind of the times I've experienced that happen, but it seems good now, which is great. So if you did have a question, feel free to ask, and I'm happy to answer as we all get started on the second set. So just remember that first exercise was a sit to stand. And if you don't feel comfortable asking your question out loud, you can type it in the chat. And I will go read it. Okay, so that first exercise was our sit to stand. So tighten through the belly, push through your feet, and again, squeeze hard. Feel like someone is trying to push you over and you resist that, and then slowly sit back down. If you're staying seated, tighten through your belly, push through your feet. And again, any questions or concerns, feel free to ask them out loud or feel free to type them out in the chat. We've got 10 of these. Let's go. This is 2. So tighten through that belly. It's helpful to breathe out as you stand up. Good. And I think I have 2 questions to answer, and I'll get to those in just a moment. Excellent work, everybody. Should be at about 5, and we're all tightening through that core to get up out of our seats. And this is a really good tip for any movement that you do. If you learn how to consciously tighten up the core, and I guess I should have mentioned this earlier, tightening the core does not mean sucking in your belly. That's actually the opposite. Think about it pushing out slightly. Think about someone's about to slap you in the belly and you have to tighten up. Don't know if you remember those days. I still work with kids and they're always trying to throw a ball at you. So you learn to tighten up real quick. Good work. I hear exhaling, which is wonderful. Remember to exhale through pursed lips as we go. Last one. Good. All right. Brilliant. Do we remember the second exercise?
Rowing.
Yes. Rowing was after. We did some paddling. First, we did some lifting overhead. So if you've got the weight in one hand, and we're going to lift it up and lift our knee 1, 2, and down. Remember, we're tightened through the core to make this happen. Up and 1, 2. Good. And you are welcome to do this with 2 hands, even partial way, or 1 hand partially up, right? Find something that's challenging but doable for you. Good. Helpful to breathe out as you lift up. Good. Up, hold, and lift. 1, 2, and down. And lift up. 1, 2, down, and up. 1, 2, down. This side has 2 more. Up. 1, 2, down, and last one. Up. 1, 2, down. Switch arms. Excellent. All right. Press up. 1, 2, down. Press. 1, 2, down. Press. Make sure we're tightened through the belly. Down. Press. And 1, 2, down. and press. 1, 2, down, good. Excellent. Up and lift. 1, 2, and down and up. 1, 2, good. Excellent job going at your own pace, everybody. So remember, this is your workout. Got 3 more here if you can. Down and 2, up. 1, 2, down, and last one, up. 1, 2, down. Brilliant. Good. Okay. Remember to catch your breath as needed. You can always lift and lower your heels if you're needing a little bit of activity as you catch your breath. So some of you need to completely rest, some of you need some movement. Is someone trying to get my attention?
I have to leave.
Okay, thank you for joining us for as long as you could.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
You
Boy.
take care and hopefully we see you Thursday.
Yeah. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye for now. Good. Okay, team, we're ready for some paddling. So whether you're seated or standing, we're gonna tighten through your core. We're gonna hold the weight at your shoulder, paddle across, 1 and up. Paddle across, 2. Paddle 3. Tighten up that core, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're going to switch sides. Paddle, 1. Tighten up that core. 2, 3, 4. Good. The moving weight is challenging our core. We have to work hard to not allow our bodies to follow that moving weight. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and rest. So again, you can have the weight at your chest or put it to the side. Rest as needed. And the 4th exercise to this set is keeping that stacked position. Can we lean back just to where we tighten up and then pull ourselves forward? Right, lean back. Pull yourselves forward through your belly button. Back. Pull yourself forwards. Back. And pull yourselves forward. Very good. Good job, team. Feel that core tighten up here. Good. Good work, team. Got 3 more here. 3, 2, and last one. Rock back, core's tight. It tightens more to pull you up, and then you rest. Brilliant. So remember, some of you are going to need your recovery position to help you regain your breath. Some of you need a little bit of light movement. Okay, to catch your breath, we're going to just take a little rest here. I noticed I did have a couple comments waiting for me. So I'm just going to double check, see if there's any questions. Okay, perfect. So people just needing to leave. That's fine. All right. Good. How's everybody doing?
Great. Jill, should the oxygen level be up or down at this time, after these exercises?
Typically what happens is you'll see a slight increase, or you'll see a maintenance. If you see a decrease, that's more than it's usually 2%. That's a sign that you might be either pushing too hard or not maintaining your breathing pattern. So a reminder that breathing pattern, what's really key is the breathing out through pursed lips, which splints open your airways and allows more air to get out on your exhale so that there's more room for the next breath coming in.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's an excellent question that a lot of you see, but especially with the strength exercises, people do tend to sometimes hold their breath.
Yeah.
So just maintain it. So that's a fantastic question. Thank you for asking that.
That's so important, your bursting, isn't it?
It really is. Absolutely. For those key things, right? In terms of emptying out the stale air, maintaining just a steady breath, which enables you to use your full lung rather than the rapid, shallow upper half breathing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I even teach all my young ones, all my young athletes, how to breathe properly based on a pursed lip exhale.
Good.
And how to really get in tune with it and use their full lungs and all that. So it's such important stuff for all age groups, all conditions.
Yeah.
Okay, team. We've been having a lot of fun. But it's been a little bit slow. Really intentionally working on that strengthening. It's now time to shift a little bit back to our cardio.
Okay.
Uh-oh, not cardio. But we're again going to maintain that stacked position in our cardio, whether you're seated or standing. So the first, and everything is going to go, we're going to go for a minute, rest for 30 seconds, go for a minute again. I do want your heart rate increasing. I do want you breathing a little bit harder. If this is quite new to you, what you can do is go hard for 30 seconds and then rest for a full minute. You do have that option, but you are in charge of your intensity today. So core tightened up, and all we're going to do is we're going to circle our arms. But while we circle our arms, notice the rest of my body is not moving because I am tightening through my core and I'm maintaining my breathing pattern. Ready? Let's go. So make these big circles. Stir a big pot. I know some of you are pretty good pot stirrers.
It's a great reminder when you tell us to stack our core in between, because you do it for the first few seconds and then you forget.
Absolutely. Well, I'm getting you to think of so many different things. Some of the things are new. It's hard to keep track of it all. So I'll remind you, change directions. I'll remind you as best I can. So here's your next reminder. Make sure you're stacked to that core as we're furiously stirring this pot. Go, go, go. And you've got 15 seconds left. Keep breathing out through pursed lips. Remember, this is your exercise class. Go at your pace. Don't keep up to anybody, including me. Do what you can. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Whew. Boy, oh boy, that was a good one. And it's always harder to maintain your breathing as you tighten through your core. It is something we have to learn to do simultaneously. Okay. So we've got about 10 seconds longer of rest. The next one is we're going to do some of our shadow boxing. And again, think about tightening through the core as we go. And we're going in 3, 2, 1, go. So you're punching in front of you, and again, tighten through the core. You can do some jabs. You can do some uppercuts. Okay. You can get fancy with it, but see if you can get your breathing rate increased and stay tight through the core and maintain your breathing pattern. So many things, you can do it. Good. So keep breathing, keep punching. You've got 20 seconds left. Great job, everybody. Stay tight through the core. And we've got 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Excellent. So catch your breath here. And remember, when you are a bit out of breath, your pursed lip exhale does not have to be your slow, because you're breathing harder. So it absolutely can sound more like a, okay, but you just purposefully try to slow it down as we go. The next one is you're going to cross your arms over your chest or hands on your hips. And we are marching and thinking about keeping tight through the core, not allowing your shoulders to rock. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So can we march and not allow our body to move a lot? Other than the legs, whether you're seated or standing, try to keep the shoulders still.
Awesome.
Good. That core is tight. We're maintaining our breathing. We're breathing out through pursed lips. You're doing fantastic. Excellent job, gang. You've got 20 seconds left, so do what you can here. This will be our last one. Good. Keep up that breathing pattern. Step, 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 and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Excellent. So focus on that breathing pattern. You may need to go into your recovery position. We are getting closer to stretch time, but we are going to make sure to bring our breathing rate back down before we do so. So if you need to do some gentle movement, maybe you need to move your arms in figure 8s. Maybe you need to just lift and lower your heels. Okay, and in about 30 seconds, we are going to start stretching. So focus on just starting to slow down your breathing, either that light bit of movement or your recovery position.
It's really cold here in Toronto. All of a sudden, it went from boiling hot to cold, and the heat hasn't come on in the apartment. So I'm
Oh no, that's tough.
Yeah.
Well done. You still got through it today.
Yes.
Brilliant. Okay, team. Lift up that elbow. Time to start some of our stretches. Remember, stretching time is a perfect time for questions, for chatting with each other, for building our sense of community. So please feel free to speak up. Otherwise, we just sit in silence with our arms and legs in weird positions.
I had a question. How do you know when it's good pain and bad pain? If you're like, I was in a car accident, so I have some bruises and bumps and stuff. So how do you know when you're doing something, if it's hurting and it's supposed to hurt, hurting it's not supposed to hurt? Is it just a guess?
So switch arms. So pain is always a signal.
Right.
And sometimes, especially with chronic pain, which is
Right.
different than your acute pain, it's from something.
Right.
Sometimes those pain signals can be sent with more frequency or more severity than what is actually happening. But again, that has more to do with chronic pain when the brain has developed a pattern of expecting pain. So what I usually ask people is it hurting or is it tired?
Right.
And that's the big thing I find that sometimes people don't have a good understanding of. Rest there, we're pressing one arm up, one arm down, because exercise should not hurt. Even when we're using our weights, when we're doing our cardio, you should not be in pain. But sometimes people will say it hurts when it actually just feels uncomfortable. And it's not until you start to break that down that you get an understanding of, oh, you know, because I'll ask, they go, oh, this hurts. I go, well, are you in pain? Is it telling you to stop? Does it hurt? And sometimes they go, well, no, I just don't like it. Right? You know, they're trying to be funny, or it's helping them get through it because it's an uncomfortable sensation, or they're really not used to that sensation. But sometimes, switch arms, it does hurt. And they go, no, it's pain. And that's where I go, well, that's where you need to stop.
Okay.
And oftentimes with pain, there's often ways to modify the movement to find the point where you can do part of the movement or a similar movement without pain. And that's where you want to start. And an example of that is sometimes if I get a client with lower back pain and they go to bend over and pick something up, even if they have really good form, they go, that hurts. Oftentimes I can get them seated with their feet and knees apart and bend forward just slightly. No pain. Okay, so we're going to work in that movement and we're going to build up the tolerance to where it no longer hurts in this movement. And then we get to go a little bit further. Or then we get to add some weight. Stretch your leg out, reach towards your toes. Does that make sense?
Yes, it's great explanation. Thank you.
Of course. Of course. So I would always encourage you all to ask yourself, am I in pain? Is it sore? Because we've all felt sore muscles the next day, which is a different feeling than a joint being angry. Or is it tired? Is the muscle getting tired? And when our muscles get tired, our body kind of goes, starts getting a bit grumpy.
Okay.
And if it is in pain, it's a good time to stop.
Good.
And we should have stopped before then.
Right. Because you know those commercials, no pain, no gain. So then you're pushing and pushing, and you don't know if you're doing more good or bad.
Yeah, switch legs. I don't like those commercials.
Right.
And often I actually, again, I coach a lot of young athletes. And my biggest thing with them is I don't want you to have be the hardest worker mentality. I don't want you to try to be the hardest worker or to outwork everybody. I want you to have the do whatever it takes mentality. Because sometimes doing whatever it takes means recognizing when to rest. Or if I want to be able to play tomorrow, I have to make sure I get my 9-10 hours of sleep. I have to make sure I pack a snack for after school if I want to train tonight. And that's different than just trying to push through everything and outwork. So if we can get more into the mindset of what do I need to get done in order to do this, then it's a little bit different than feeling like you have to be in pain or have to push through things when you shouldn't.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Let's slowly come up from that, gang. And we are going to pull a leg up onto either your shin or up higher onto your thigh. And I always like to pull that knee in slightly and bend forward a little bit, not slouching, but just kind of bend from the hips. Now feel that all the way up my glute.
Still stacking.
Still stacking, that's right. So if you guys can remember trying to remain stacked in all your movements, boy, will it help. Especially for bending forwards. That's awesome. How's everybody feeling after exercises today? Some thumbs up, good.
Good.
Any other questions that people maybe had or comments?
We love your program.
Can you hear me?
Oh,
do.
thank you. Switch legs. Well, that's just wonderful to hear.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Definitely
Very
a big
grateful
help.
that, yeah, good. Very grateful to be able to do exercises with all of you and have a good partnership with BC Lung. It's been really awesome. And remember, even as we're stretching, to maintain your breathing pattern. As we start to slow it down, but still breathe out through pursed lips. Okay, you can rest that leg there. And you can either turn sideways in your chair or just drop a leg back while facing forward. I remember here, some of you had that issue with bending through the toes. You can flatten your foot, and the key thing here is just tilting the hips. So rather than arching our back, you want to tilt the hips like you're tucking a tail, get that stretch down the leg.
That was me.
What's that?
I say, that was me.
Oh,
The problem with the toes.
there you go. I'm sure you're not the only one. You're just the only one to say something. So which legs? Well done, everybody. All right, let's rest there. We're going to take one deep breath in, whether your hands are on your belly, whether they go to the side or up overhead. Deep breath in. And when you're ready, breathe out. Roll the shoulders back. Shake it out. Fantastic job today, everybody. Thank you for joining us on this wonderful Tuesday.
Best
Thank you.